My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of The Time Traveler's Wife. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But I love About Time, a movie about Rachel McAdams falling in love with a time traveler. So even though this is a different movie, I was still anticipating really liking it. And unfortunately, that's not the case. And I feel like I have to begin with the biggest issue with this movie, the elephant in the room. And it's the fact that this movie isn't romantic, it's actually very creepy. The time traveler groomed his wife from a very young age when he visits her at a young, impressionable age, and he's naked. And yes, he covers up, but he visits her time and time again. And I was just like, what are you doing, movie? This is so questionable. This is wrong. This is gross, disgusting, repugnant. Any other word you want to throw out there. Like, no, this is so. No. And like, that's the very foundation this movie relies on. Him visiting his wife at a young age, and it's just I can't get past that. I just can't. There's lots of movies with ethics I don't agree with, and sometimes I can get past them and other times I can't, and here I just definitely can't. It put a sour taste in my mouth early on, and it never went away. But looking at everything else in this movie besides that, it's still not good. Their romance isn't as romantic as it needed to be. I never bought these two characters were in love, and the movie just lacked any bit of humor and comedy. And I know not every movie needs to be funny, but I actually think it's essential for romantic movies because that's how lots, not all, but most relationships start, with some quips, some humor, some banter. And this movie just has none of that. These two characters are just together because they're told they have to be. And I really feel like it doesn't play up its premise enough. Like, whenever he disappears and another version of him reappears, it always just feels like the same guy. Whether he's 20 or 30 or 36, it's just him. Oh, this time he has gray hair. Okay? Like, I don't know, I just feel like you could have done so much more with that. Like, I know he dies, but still, if he came back as like an old 80-year-old man, that could be really funny. Or he comes back and he's 14 and his wife is like, no, 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 this is wrong, go away, pretty much. And, like, actually use the premise of this movie, but it just feels like he teleports and then comes back. He's always the same guy. Like, I like myself, but when I look back at myself 3 years ago, I'm just like, oh, that guy was such a dipshit. And when I look back at myself in 2 years before that, you're like, oh my goodness, why did I say that? Why did I do that? Like, life is these experiences and growing. And his character never grows. He's just the same. And it would have been really cool if you get to see different instances of his maturity and how, one, he's a lot more carefree, and one time he's more responsible, and you just get different sides of this one character, but he's always flat. And Eric Bana, he's given some good performances. I think he's great in Hannah, but he was miscast. You needed someone with more personality and charisma to carry this movie. And Rachel McAdams, I love her. She's honestly one of the most beautiful ladies in Hollywood, and she's one of my favorite actresses. She's so funny, and she can really nail those dramatic beats too, whether it's About Time, Notebook, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. She's always great. Mean Girls, how could I forget that one? And she's fine here. I don't think she's actually capable of giving a bad performance, but this is one of her unremarkable ones. Juan Livingston is fine, I guess. Stephen Tobolowsky is fine. Tina McCain as Alba, the daughter, I thought did a good job. And yeah, like this movie didn't really do it for me at all. I can appreciate what it's trying to say about life and love and death and all that, and it did get to me by the end as he tries to give his loved ones some sense of closure and as he disappears for one last time. I'll be honest, it did get to me emotionally. Just the idea of it, and giving them proper closure that the last time they see him isn't him dying in the hallway. But yeah, this movie just did not work for me. I thought, I'm glad it's short though. It's only an hour and 40 minutes long. It's just filled with very questionable ideas. I thought the main character was flat and they did nothing interesting with him. I thought the movie wasn't as romantic or as smart or as charming as it needed to be. And at the end of the day, About Time does everything this movie is trying to do, but it does it infinitely better. So just watch About Time. Time Traveler's Wife, on the other hand, gets a 2 out of 10. Okay, have you seen The Time Traveler's Wife? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.